Hello, and welcome to the next session of the Putting the A's in AI. And today we're back with our good friend, David Gardiner, and he's going to talk about A for accountable. David, over to you.
Right, thanks very much, Nick. Yes, today we will focus very much on the third A in my list of five, which is the accountable intelligence. So let's get straight into it. Accountability in AI deployments is often overlooked in favor of the flashy capabilities of AI. But if organizations want to realize tangible benefits, especially in regulated sectors like healthcare, pharmaceutical, or financial service, AI needs to be framed not just as a tool, but as a partner in business transformation with governance embedded by design.
So, how can organizations use AI more responsibly then, David?
Well, there's a few ways that we can look to see how AI can be used responsibly to prepare, to manage, to measure success from an AI investment. So let me just walk through some ideas. First of all, opportunity framing and value mapping. So use AI-powered tools to model strategic outcomes based on the historical data, market trends, or even internal benchmarks. But also AI can assist by summarizing competitive research, generating scenario analysis, and even building stakeholder briefs. A second opportunity within accountability is benefits realization frameworks. So AI can use agents automatically to map the business KPIs to the user stories which have been put out. It can look at product features and also strategic OKRs as part of its ability to feed back about your AI investment. A great leveler would be that new technology advancements can embed feedback loops where AI can summarize stakeholder commentary and flag benefit misalignment in real time. What that's doing is not saying, now that we've got AI, we're going to get all these benefits automatically. No, you have to get that feedback. How do you summarize it quickly and effectively? AI provides that benefit realization measurement. We talked about, when we talk about accountability, we talk about governance and compliance and the management of those two things. So AI models can monitor and surface non-compliant patterns across different workflows. We're now getting into those agents and agentic AI, and particularly relevant for sectors that have got GXP or good practice obligations or GDPR productivity and sensitivity. Products like Microsoft's Copilot can also auto-generate audit trails, very important for regulated industry, policy documentation, and present actions and dashboards that are C-suite ready. Finally, let's talk about stakeholder communication and change engagement. You can use generative AI to tailor messaging for different stakeholders. If you've seen the two previous sessions, you'll know that I have applied this as a key part of some of the different departments in the organizations I work for through 2024. So you know that when you've got to produce reports, it could be that you're trying to find stakeholders that are executives, clinicians, IT leads, regulators. Every one of them will look for different subject context from the same area of information, and they'll like it presented in different ways. AI can take that burden away and do that for you. So Copilot excels as well at contextualizing content for varied audiences, and also use AI-powered sentiment analysis to measure the adoption attitudes and surface blockers very early.
So, are there examples where accountable intelligence drives value?
Yeah, there's a lot of good examples. I think the two that I came across, which I really resonated well with, were NHS England optimizing care pathways with AI. So their challenge was that they needed to reduce wait times and improve patient outcomes across elective care pathways. So the application of AI was that they wanted to use predictive modeling to identify bottlenecks in high-risk patients much quicker. They wanted to embed AI into operational planning using products like Microsoft's Power Platform for real-time feedback loops, and also look at AI-assisted communication to help tailor messages for clinician administrators so that they can improve adoption and improve the impact that AI is having in their organization. The outcome that they have presented is that they have achieved significant reduction in patient backlogs while maintaining compliance with regulatory standards. And finally, a second one which is dear to me right now, HMRC, with the implemented intelligent compliance. Their challenge is that with growing tax complexity, HMRC faced rising pressures to ensure compliance without adding friction for all us taxpayers, citizens across the UK. So the AI application was to deploy AI-driven behavioral analytics to flag anomalous filing patterns. So looking for those behaviors which are not quite right or go against the grain. How do you find those quickly when you've got maybe, a massive amount of submissions? They used Microsoft Copilot, and that was used to generate personalized taxpayer communications and used for internal audit of documentation which was provided. So smarter, faster, quicker, which also helps us. I know that the typical communication I have with HMRC, I'm always told, yep, that's straightforward. We'll get back to you in the next 4 to 8 weeks. That's not good enough. I want next day, 4 to 8 hours. So AI should help them get to that type of level of communication back to its individuals. But even benefits registers are tracked with AI contributions for fraud prevention to help justify further investments in the AI. So AI is not only helping with their communication to the taxpayer, it's also looking at that fraud prevention, control, regulatory compliance. The outcome that they talk about is they've got that enhanced fraud detection and improved public trust through transparent AI across many different use cases.
Nice. Well, hopefully HMRC aren't calling me soon. But any final words of wisdom on this session, Dave?
Yes, I think like the others, it's very much a case of that in the rush to adopt artificial intelligence, organizations often leap over the one bridge that ensures long-term success, accountability. So true benefit realization isn't a byproduct of smart algorithms. It's the result of deliberate design, stakeholder alignment, and continuous governance, and AI can do that. And tools like Microsoft Copilot can enable each phase without contextual intelligence, or with contextual intelligence, because it summarizes insights, it can draft frameworks, can flag misalignments before they become escalated or become big problems in the organization, which with a non-AI organization, it can very much be something which happens unexpectedly. AI starts to avoid those risks. So this creates a closed loop system where intent meets impact and making AI not just ethical, but effectual.
Thanks, Dave. And as always, insightful and a whole ton of learning in there. Again, thanks for today. I really appreciate your time. And we look forward to seeing you on the next one when I think we move to automated. And
That's
until then,
correct.
Dave, thanks very much.
Right, thanks, Nick. Speak to you then.